The next part of the axial skeleton is vertebral column. Vertebral column, it is present on the dorsal side of the body. Which is your dorsal side? This one. So your vertebral column is present on the dorsal side. You can feel here the hard structure. This is your vertebral column. Vertebral column, it is also known as the backbone. What it is known as? It is also known as the backbone. And this vertebral column or backbone, it is made up of 26 serially arranged structures known as vertebrae. What they are known as? Vertebrae. Vertebrae is plural, and if we call it singular, the singular is vertebra. Okay, so vertebral column, it is formed of 26 serially arranged structures which are known as vertebra, or you can say it is made up of 26 serially arranged vertebrae. You can see in the diagram the vertebral column, it is made up of 26 serially arranged vertebrae. Means the vertebral column, it is not a continuous structure. It is made up of small pieces that are known as vertebrae. Now this vertebral column, it forms the base of the skull, because this is your skull. So from here vertebral column starts. So it forms the base of the skull and it constitutes the main framework of trunk. Means your neck, your lower region, the main form which provide the strength and support. Okay, that is provided by your vertebral column. Each vertebrae, if we see the structure of vertebrae, you can see in the diagram also, here also, if we see the structure of the vertebrae, it consists of small hollow portion, the central hollow portion. This central hollow portion is known as the neural canal. What it is known as central hollow portion? It is known as neural canal. Why it is known as neural canal? Because from this central hollow portion, the spinal cord passes. The spinal cord, it runs through the central hollow portion of the vertebrae, that is known as the neural canal. Okay, so it means the vertebral column, it is hollow from the central part. So this is the, you can say this is the spinal cord. So spinal cord, it is covered by the, it is present inside the cavity known as the neural canal. So it is present like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this vertebrae are present of vertebral column. Now the vertebral column, it is differentiated into 5 regions. In how many regions vertebral column is differentiated? 5. You can see in the diagram vertebral column, it is differentiated into 5 regions. These are cervical vertebra, thoracic vertebra, lumbar vertebra, sacral vertebra and coccygeal vertebra. You can see in the diagram cervical, thoracic, lumbar, then sacrum. Sacral vertebra is also known as the sacrum and coccyx. Coccyx or coccygeal vertebrae. This coccygeal vertebrae, it is also known as coccyx, or it is also known as the tailbone. What it is known as the? It is also known as the tailbone. First of all, cervical vertebrae. Cervical vertebrae, they are 7 in number. 7 vertebrae are present in cervical region. So that's why it is known as the cervical vertebra. The first cervical vertebra is known as atlas and the second is known as the axis. This atlas cervical vertebra, it articulates with occipital condyle present in the skull. So your skull, when I will show you skull, I will show you occipital condyles. At the base of the skull, 2 like this structures are present, 2 round bodies are present like this. These are known as the occipital condyles, and these occipital condyles, they articulate. They are joined with the first vertebra, that is the atlas of cervical vertebra, and your neck, it moves like this. It is because of these occipital condyle and atlas vertebra. So your head can nod like this because of the occipital condyle and atlas. And second cervical vertebra is known as the axis. Now axis, it helps in the movement of neck in left to right direction. Okay, I hope it's clear to everyone. So these are the 7 cervical vertebra. They are 7 in number. And where they are present, cervical vertebra? Cervical vertebra, they are present in neck region. So where they are present? They are present in neck region. That's why they are known as the cervical vertebra. Now the second category is thoracic vertebrae. Thoracic vertebrae, they are 12 in number and they are present in the thorax region. As the name indicates, name is thoracic vertebrae. So thoracic vertebrae, it is present in thorax region of the body and they are 12 in number. Now the next is lumbar vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae are 5 in number and they are present in abdominal region. They are present in the abdominal region of the body. Next is the sacral or sacrum. It is fused. In the childhood, the child have 5 sacral vertebra. Okay. Later on, with age, with increase in age, these sacral vertebrae, 5 sacral vertebrae, they fuse to form a single vertebra which is known as sacrum. You can see in the diagram, single vertebra is known as sacrum. So in adults, only 1 sacral vertebra is present, that is also known as sacrum. But during childhood, in infants, 5 sacral vertebra are present. So we are mainly doing the human skeletal system of adult. So we will say 1 fused sacral vertebra is present. Okay, and this is present in the pelvic region. Where it is present? It is present in the pelvic region. Now next is the coccygeal vertebra or coccyx or tailbone. It is also made up of used to form a single structure known as coccyx or tailbone. And this tailbone, it is vestigial in human being. Vestigial means which is of no use, which is non-functional. So it is vestigial in human beings. I hope it's clear to everyone. Let's revise once again. First of all, vertebral column, it consists of 26 serially arranged vertebrae, that is 26, and these 26 vertebrae are differentiated into cervical vertebrae, thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae, sacral vertebrae and coccygeal vertebrae. Cervical vertebra, 7 in number. First is known as atlas, which articulates with occipital condyle, and second is known as axis. Okay, now thoracic, 12 in number, which are present in thorax region. Lumbar, 5 in number, present in abdominal region. Sacral, 1, present in pelvic region. Coccygeal, 1, which is fused and it is present in the lowest part and it is vestigial in human beings. So when we do 7 plus 12, that is 19, 19 plus 5, 24, plus 1, 25, 26. So total 26 vertebrae are present in human being. In the reference book, vertebral formula is given. What is the vertebral formula? Like you have done dental formula. Okay, that which shows the number of and different regions of the vertebral column. First is the cervical, 7 in number. Then thoracic, how many? 12 in number. Then next is the lumbar, 5 in number. Next is the sacrum. It is fused but it consists of 5. So we will put in bracket because these are fused. Now next is the coccygeal. Coccygeal, it is 4, and it is also fused, so it will be also in bracket. So total will be 12 plus 7, 19 plus 5, 24, 24 plus 5, 29, 29 plus 4, 33. So according to this, the number will be 33. They have given the number in the beginning also, they have given that 33, but we will go according to NCERT. In NCERT 26 is given. Why 26? Because they count this fused one as single vertebra. Okay, so it will be 7 plus 12 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 26. 7 plus 12, 19 plus 5, 24, 25, 26. Let me show you the skeleton. Now, this is the vertebral column. This is vertebral column, and you can see these small pieces. Can you see? Yes, these are known as the vertebra. These are vertebra. In between the two vertebra, small cartilaginous structure is present. In between these two vertebra, you can see here that this form-like structure, small cartilaginous structure is present. This cartilaginous structure is known as the intervertebral disc. What it is known as? Intervertebral disc. Okay. So it helps in the movement, provide flexibility to the backbone. So intervertebral disc is present in between two vertebra. Now, so this part of the cranium is occipital, and occipital at the base of the skull consists of two round structure. You can see it consists of two round structure. These two round structures are known as dicondyles. Okay, so these structures are known as the occipital condyle. How many occipital condyle are present? 2. So that's why human skull is known as dicondylic. What it is known as? Human skull is known as dicondylic. Vertebral column, it consists of 26 vertebrae, and these 26 vertebrae, they are divided into different regions. They are given different names on the basis of the presence in different region. These vertebrae which are present in the neck region are known as cervical vertebra, which are present in thoracic region are known as the thoracic vertebra, which are present in the pelvic region are known as the lumbar vertebra, which are present region they are known as the sacral vertebra, and the lowest one is known as the coccygeal vertebra. Now, the first vertebra of the vertebral column is known as the atlas, and this atlas, now the two occipital condyles, these two occipital condyles, they articulate with first vertebra, that is the atlas, and it helps in the movement of the skull. Okay, so up and down movement of skull, it takes place because of these two occipital condyles and these movement. Second is known as the axis. Now, first part is the cervical. How many vertebrae are present in the cervical vertebra? That is the 7. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 7 vertebra, they form the cervical vertebra. And next is the thoracic vertebra. How many thoracic vertebra are present? Yes, 12. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So up to here, these are the 12 vertebra are known as the thoracic vertebra. They are present in thorax region. Now next is lumbar. How many lumbar vertebra are present? Yes, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the lumbar vertebra. Now the sacrum and coccygeal, they are fused. You can see these are the fused part, this and this. So this is the sacrum made up of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now last is the coccygeal or coccyx or tailbone. This is the tailbone and it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So these 4 are the coccygeal. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now in between these vertebra, you can see these are movable, and you can see wire is present in the center part of the vertebra. Okay, so you can see wire is going. So it means that vertebral column is hollow from inside. And in the living organism, in the living human being, the spinal cord, it passes through these structure, these hollow cavity, that is known as the neural canal. I hope all of you can see neural canal. Now the next is, you can see small structure is present in between, like this form like structure is present in between two vertebra. In between two vertebra, small structures are present. These are known as the intervertebral disc. What it is known as? Intervertebral disc. So these intervertebral disc, it provide flexibility to the backbone. So intervertebral disc, it is present in between two vertebrae and it provides flexibility to the backbone. With this, vertebral column is complete. Sternum, it is a flat bone. You can see in the diagram, it is a flat bone which is present on the ventral midline of the thorax. So here it is your sternum. This is your ventral side. So it is present in the midline of the thorax and it is a flat bone. It is called sternum. Now the next part of the axial skeleton is ribs. 12 pair of ribs are present in the human being. These ribs are a flat bone which are connected dorsally, means backside, dorsally to the vertebral column and ventrally to the sternum. You can see in the diagram, the vertebral column, it is dorsally connected to the vertebral column and ventrally it is connected to the sternum. And these are connected with vertebral column and sternum with the help of cartilage known as hyaline cartilage. So what help in the connection of the ribs with the sternum and vertebral column? That is the hyaline cartilage. Now on the dorsal end, the ribs have two articulation surfaces. On the dorsal side, the ribs have two articulation surfaces. That's why these are known as bicephalic. So in human being, 12 pairs of ribs are present. Out of these, first to 7th pair of rib, they are known as true ribs. What they are known as? They are known as true ribs. You can see in the diagram, first 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they are known as true ribs. Why they are known as true ribs? Because dorsally they are connected with the vertebral column and ventrally with sternum with the help of hyaline cartilage. That's why they are known as true ribs. Now the second category is the false or vertebrochondral ribs. False or vertebrochondral ribs, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 8, 9, 10 pair of ribs, they are known as false rib or vertebrochondral ribs. Why they are known as false ribs? Because dorsally they are connected with the vertebral column, but ventrally they do not articulate directly with the sternum and join to the 7th pair of rib. Okay, instead of joining to the sternum on the ventral side, instead of joining to the sternum, they join with the 7th pair of rib. So that's why they are known as false rib. Now the next is the floating ribs. You can notice the last two pair, 11th and 12th, they are incomplete, or you can say they are not joining to the, on the ventral side they are not joining to the sternum. Hence they are known as floating rib. So 11th and 12th pair of rib, they do not join ventrally to the sternum. Dorsally they are connected with the vertebral column, but ventrally they do not join sternum. That's why they are known as the floating ribs. With this, the explanation of ribs is complete. Let me explain ribs with the help of the skeleton. Okay, you can notice these are the ribs. So how many pair of ribs are present in human being? 12 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so these are the 12 pair. Now, out of these, you can see this is a flat bone. This flat bone which is present on the ventral side, this is known as sternum. And here it is present, on dorsal side is present vertebral column. Now, ribs on the dorsal side, they are connected with the vertebral column. On the ventral side, you can see this is sternum. Now, first 7 pair of ribs are known as true ribs because dorsally they are connected with the vertebral column and ventrally they are connected with the sternum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so these 7 are known as the true rib. Now the next is the 8, 9, 10. This 8, 9, 10 pair, they are known as the floating rib because dorsally they are connected with the vertebral column. But ventrally, these 8, 9, 10 pair, they do not directly join to sternum, whereas these are joined with the 7th pair of rib. You can see they are joining with the 7th pair of rib. That's why they are known as vertebrochondral or false ribs. Now, the last 2 pair, 11th and 12th, they are joined with the vertebral column, but they do not join to sternum. That's why these are known as the floating ribs. This sternum, ribs and vertebral column, together they form the rib cage, okay, in which lungs are present, which protect the visceral organs like heart, lungs, liver. Okay, so with this, ribs are complete.